okay, I already done been through this before. I already done felt this way before. I already done overcame this before, okay? And now that I have my firm foundation, I know what I need to do to get back right with myself. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Becoming Brittany J. I am Brittany J. Those of you who are new here, welcome. This channel is all about peace, purpose, and guidance. Really taking you on a journey as I continuously grow in my life, allowing God to lead me, and just really taking you guys through the process as I continue to process through life, really, in a nutshell. But I'm so excited about today. Today is like, it's a great day. And it's crazy because it's so crazy how you can switch from one mood to another mood, like just like that. But it takes like time, I've realized too. But I wanted to really talk about the importance, the key point of having a firm foundation. It's so very important to have a firm foundation. So when you do fall back into old habits or old thought patterns or old feelings or old behaviors, that you have something to fall back onto so you are not reverting back to your old ways pretty much. And I wanted to talk about this because it's something that I can relate to more recently, in my life. I had in my head as like a 1 year celebration of my life changing fast that I did back in June. So last June 2022, when I actually started this new journey of life, actually really started to like change and transform. And I wanted to actually like do a 1 year like celebration and like do another 30-day fast. And I think that's something I'm going to like make a thing for myself to show myself that I can pull away from certain things for an extended period of time because I have the strength, I have the willpower to do it, I have the knowledge to do it. So yeah, but it's crazy because I thought I just was going to do the fast just to do it, as my 1 year thing. But I didn't realize that I was going to be doing the fast because I actually needed to do it in that moment, and it was so pivotal for me. Like I said, like I literally, my energy have shifted like over the past few weeks, like just earlier this month, I was not feeling this way. I was not in my best, happiest mood. And that's why I made this channel. It's so important for me to express my vulnerability and, tell you guys what I go through because again, like when people actually see the process, they see things aren't always perfect in people's process. I think it makes it a lot more like real and relatable for people and allow them to see and know that, okay, like I go through something pretty similar, like, or it's relatable to me. Like, maybe I can overcome the things that may be trying to defeat me as well. So, that's the importance of me even doing this, like, page, like, so I can take people along this journey, whether I'm posting things that happen to me that are good or whether I'm posting things to me that are not so good. It's important to highlight all the things so people can know that this is a real life thing. Like this is human, like we all are human and we go through a lot of similar situations. I wanted to talk about just maybe at the start of this month and at the end of last month, I just was not like feeling like myself. I started to like kind of feel myself kind of going back down like a road of like old thought patterns and old behaviors. And if you watch my temptations video, abstaining through temptation, I think all of it kind of plays a role, but it was more so something else like that was really like bothering me and affecting me like the most. And I'll get into that. I'll probably get into that in another video because I want to be very like clear on what it is that I want to communicate with y'all when it comes to that piece of it, like what was really bothering me. But I'm gonna let God like move me and shift me first before I bring that to y'all because it's crazy. God really been making me make some crazy changes during this like 30 days of fasting, but it was much needed because it has allowed me to like receive so much relief. It has allowed me to receive exactly what I needed like in that moment. And I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that I did it. Now it's gonna be crazy. A lot of y'all gonna think it's crazy. A lot of y'all gonna think it's absurd, but stay tuned for that next video. Well, I don't want to say it's gonna be the next video, but whenever God communicated to me, I'ma communicate it with y'all and I'm gonna come back and let y'all know what it was because it's vital. And y'all gonna love it and think it's probably crazy at the same time. But anyway, actually having a firm foundation to fall back on when you do feel yourself going back into your old ways, old thought patterns, old behaviors, literally things that don't serve you. And for me, like, I started to feel myself kind of being disconnected again. Not like fully disconnected, but I wasn't really like giving myself, 100% to God. Like, I felt myself kind of lazy praying, like kind of just skedaddling all around and not really like doing what I need to do that's gonna really help like fulfill me and lift me up. And God knows that. And I think when God starts to see that you're disconnected from him, then you're disconnecting yourself because you don't start to like see or hear from God anymore. And that's what I was experiencing. And I just started to like just feel all these feelings of like worry and doubt and fear and anxiousness and anger. Like all of the things that I have learned to grow from in the past, they started to like resurface. Like all because of like one thing for real. And I'm just like, no, like this is not me. My y'all, like I've been transforming for a whole year, like really growing and just like really elevating. So I know when I'm not feeling like the way that I should be feeling. And I'm happy that I can address that as well too. Like that's the importance of it. Not only just feeling the way that you feel, but addressing it. Like trying to get down to the bottom of it so you can really like get through it. And it's a process too, especially if you sit in it long enough, it's going to be a little longer to get out of it too. So I started to feel all these things again, and I'm like, no, like this is not me. Like this is not me. But I have this one thing that's like holding me back because I'm like, I know this one thing is like causing me to lack so much in the areas that I know I need that's going to help me like fulfill myself and get back where I need to be. So again, going back to having a firm foundation is very important because over this past year, I literally have been building up a firm foundation for myself. And when I say a firm foundation for myself, I mean that close tight relationship with God, actually knowing how God speaks to me and knowing what he is communicating with me, actually having like a wellness routine for myself that helps me to get my mind back right. And when I say my wellness routine, this is something that I have developed for myself that I know helps me mentally and physically so I can get my mind back to where it needs to be. Now, this can look different for everybody, but it's up to you to figure out what works for you because the things that work for me may not work for you. But for me, I like to meditate. I like to do yoga. I like to pray to God as soon as I wake up in the morning. Um, I like to read a book. I didn't just get into reading my Bible, but I've been reading my Bible a lot more. So I read my Bible. I'm reading a book that's like brain food for me, like brain food that's really helping me to train my mind, to where it needs to be so I can think in an elevated way. So I'm reading books like that, working out, eating cleaner, all of these things are so very important to me. And that's like my foundation. Like when I say foundation, like that's my firm foundation of what it is that I need to do to get back right with myself. Journaling is another thing. Actually talking out loud about the things that I'm dealing with, the things that I'm going through. Like having this firm foundation and know what works for me literally helps me every single time if I ever start to feel any inch of any feeling that I shouldn't be feeling. Like how you can feel yourself when you're like about to like fall into a depression or whatever it is that you may be falling into that's not like you. Literally, that's what happened to me. So, like that was just my thing. Like I have to really like pause for a minute, think what's happening in the moment and why I feel the way that I feel. And knowing that, okay, I already done been through this before. I already done felt this way before. I already done overcame this before, okay? And now that I have my firm foundation, I know what I need to do to get back right with myself. Like I know what I need to do, and it's just a matter of me actually doing it. That's the key part, and I think that's where a lot of people like fail. Is either one, not having a firm foundation to begin with, or two, actually making the choice and the decision for yourself to actually like lean back onto that firm foundation and letting that firm foundation get you back to where you need to be. I think sometimes we get so stuck in just the way that we feel that we don't have the energy or want to do the things that we know it's going to take a little bit of work to get us where we need to be. So, yeah, it's so very important to make that decision for yourself. Like, okay, I know it's going to be a little hard. I know it's going to be a little tough because I'm already in what I'm feeling. But I know I need to do it so I can get better because I felt this before. And I also felt what it feels like to come out on the other side. So, yeah, y'all. I just wanted to make it brief, y'all. Really talk about having like that firm foundation so you can get back right with you. And then I was saying everything else but fasting. I know I need to pull away. If I can't hear from God, that means my mind is too loud. Like my mind is too loud. It's too much going on in my world. I need to quiet my mind down. I need to get by myself. I need to pull away from the things that, I've been in, gauging in, and really like sit with God and figure out what it is that I'm missing. Like I'm missing something because I'm not hearing from you, and I need to hear from you so I can know how to move forward in my life. You know, like I don't like to go through my life now without getting guidance from God. If I'm not seeing my signs from God, I'm like, hold up now. God, where you at? Where you at? I'm in my prayers like, God, where you at? Like I know you here, but I ain't been hearing from you. You haven't been talking to me. You haven't been connecting with me, communicating with me. And that's only because we disconnected ourselves, and now it's time to plug back to the source. That's an analogy my friend just said earlier while we was on live together. But now it's time to plug back into the source so you can get that energy and that power that you need. So yeah, make sure y'all have a firm foundation that works for you so you can always have something to lean back on when you start to revert back into your old ways, when you start to feel these things kind of trying to creep back up on you. Do not let it. But yeah, y'all, I'm so thankful that y'all joined. I love talking to y'all, but your girl is back and we live, baby. I'm excited. I've been off of Instagram. I just been posting for my business really. But now, I'm about to get back on there. I'm about to get on live, talk with some people, connect with some people, really talk to the people so I can help free y'all of some stuff. Because, as I'm freeing y'all of some stuff, I'm freeing myself of some stuff as well, too. But yeah, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Becoming Brittany J. Also, make sure y'all follow and shop my candle brand, my luxury candle brand at peaceofyou.aromatics. I just also created an Etsy shop. So if y'all click the link in my bio on my candle brand page, y'all will see that. Make sure y'all shop these luxury candles. But until next time, you guys, I will see you guys soon, and peace.